My only connection now, I just mentioned, I still go to Scott Air Force Base, which is the closest place for us, because as a retired military man, I get, thank you taxpayers, I get free drugs, and that's a big saving for us. Also, if you've ever been on an Army base, that's an Air Force base up there, but we can use it. They have big commissaries, which is a grocery store, very big, bigger than anything we have here in Washington, something like 30 or 40 cash registers, and food's much cheaper, and there's no sales tax on it. So we go every 3 months, get our drugs. That's how much they give us at a time. My wife shops and stocks up on all the basic commodities. We haul it home because it's cheaper. It's one of the advantages of being retired. Also, you might notice I'm wearing a hearing aid because part of that was lost through that time. They furnish that too. I go to Columbia, the hospital there, to get any adjustments, anything made on it. So some of those are the advantages of being retired, plus the pay is good.
Are there any other places you can go and get discounted items other than like the grocery store?
Well, they have on an air base called a BX, Base Exchange, and on an Army post it's called Post Exchange, PX, and that's like a big Kohl's. And you can go in there. We can go in there and buy things. Now you can't go in there. You have to have, and I carry my ID card. My wife has an ID card. It's furnished to us and has to be renewed every so often. Although mine is a veteran, is permanent. You have to show that to get on the base. Some bases let you in, and you have to show it every place you go in to get in. What the heck was I leading to?
Different places that would.
Oh yeah, well, I've been on Navy bases. Yeah, we've done. My wife and I have done a lot of traveling in this country, and we stop in at Navy bases, Air Force bases, different places where there's a military installation. I can go in and use their facilities. Most of them I have never used them have hotels where you can go in and stay. We have once or twice at some kind of a convention. We did stay at some military installations. Not always the best on air bases because in the middle of the night all the jets are taking off, we're doing some practice runs, and they kind of wake you up. So, but yes, we can use all the installations around the world.
My best friend, her dad was in the military, and she has a rather large family. She has 6 brothers and sisters, and that discount extends to all of them. Is that still true? Do they still work like that?
I don't think so. I didn't think they did that.
So, but your wife has an ID.
Yes,
right?
But I know this, and I don't think anybody cares, and I certainly don't, but I see a man and a wife going through this, I'll call it the grocery store, but it's the commissary, with 2, 3 baskets piled, let's eat pie. You know they're not using all that stuff. They're buying it for the whole family. And that's fine. I don't think anybody questions that. I'm sure that I have grown daughters. If they ever went with me and wanted to buy something, they couldn't get in. I'd have to get them a visitor's pass. They couldn't buy anything. But they could sure say, Dad, I need this and what this, put it in my basket, and then I pay for it, and when we get out, they have to pay me back or something. I'm sure that's what's happening. But I don't think the offsprings get to go in and use it. Now, I might be different because I have 2 daughters who are grown, and none of them live here, so they've never been. But it's a big saving, as you say. There's a 5% surcharge, and that's what maintains the BXs and the commissaries, but no taxes. The only thing I have found in the BXs is that the prices are very expensive. It's supposed to be cheaper, but I can buy stuff at Walmart someplace cheaper than I can buy it there.
You have 34 minutes right now.
Okay, thank you so much.
Is that all you have?
Well,
Is there anything else you'd like to add or
No.
to say?
You know, I could talk and talk, as my wife says, my mouth goes like a duck's butt sometimes. But, I could go on. I could tell you about my background, my age, and that, you know. No, I'm not just kidding.
Is there anything else you want to comment on?
No, I can't think of anything. I think you've done some good questions. You had good questions.